Wednesday night, YSCC volleyball action is in store as the Mustangs take on the Herons. And we say good evening, everyone, and welcome to Munzing Media Sports with executive producer Mr. Rob Munzing. I'm Patrick Dexler. And Rob, the Mustangs had to fight for every point through 5 sets on Sunday.
Well, it's going to put them in pretty good stead, isn't it, Patrick? That was a really almost a tournament-style match when you took a look at how that played out. 5 sets, and right down to the wire, it was tied 9-9 in the 5th before the Mustangs ripped off 6 to win it, 15-9. But what a day that was, what a start that was for the Mustangs as you see them warming up here, going through their final warm-ups. We're about 4 minutes from the start of this one. A little delayed start in this as the Herons arrived a little bit late, and they would do their warm-up time, which they were given, so we were able to get that done. And so a little bit late, normal 6 o'clock start will be probably at about 6:07, 6:08, something like that. Other action going on is the softball team's up in Augusta. They're playing a doubleheader. You can watch that on WHOU.live from Augusta as well tonight. So last night action, 3-0, a loss against a really good NHTI team for the women's soccer team, Patrick. And boy, that was an impressive show of defense actually by the Lynx as they came over here, really shut down the Mustangs last night. The good news is Mustangs will be traveling over to Concord. They'll play them again, and it'll prove to be a measuring stick for them in this season. Baseball off to a good start as well. So we've had a busy week down here, Patrick, since last weekend. I think we started on a week ago Friday night and had the soccer last night, volleyball tonight. We'll have baseball action Friday. We'll take them all off, and there is a change, Patrick, in the baseball on Sunday. Why don't you let the folks know about that?
Yeah, so Sunday, originally scheduled, Central Maine Baseball was to travel to Portsmouth to take on Great Bay Community College. Instead, they're going to flip it. The Herons will make the hour-and-a-half trek up here to Auburn to take on the Mustangs, and we'll have pregame starting at about 12:45. And we'll bring you a doubleheader on Sunday, 1 and 3 o'clock.
So mark that on your schedule. That's a change from what we had previously had, and we're happy to be able to do that, and we'll bring you that action as we get underway here shortly for volleyball action. As we take a look, double cameras here tonight to see the Mustangs. They're going through their final warm-up phase, and the Herons have already done that. Herons, tough season last year for them. They're looking to rebuild this season, Patrick, as they come in. Have they had a match yet?
No,
this is their first, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, they are opening up their season tonight. The Mustangs, as we said, and they played Sunday. And they'll look to keep their winning ways going here tonight. And cozy Kirk Hall.
Good crowd starting to filter in here. The kids have had their supper and for a night of volleyball. A little toasty in the gym, I might say, as it's warm up here in Central Maine this afternoon. The sun beats right in. They had the door open here, so it warmed up inside, and no air conditioning. Will they have air conditioning in the new building, Patrick, as they're getting set to put a new addition on here to Kirk Hall? That'll be coming. We'll have more information on that. We'll get either Dave or Andrew to talk about that. It's going to be quite a project that they have ongoing here. I think it's going to begin next summer. They hope to have it open for next school year.
Yeah, I guess I'll be learning at the same time you are, Rob. But we will get set with introductions here tonight. Caleb Lamb, the public address announcer.
Good evening and welcome to the campus of Central Maine Community College for tonight's YSCC volleyball matchup between the visiting Great Bay Community College Herons and your Central Maine Mustangs. We begin with the starting lineup for the Great Bay Herons. Number 4, Isabella Sherman. Number 7, Isabella Ratey. Number 8, Madeline Mietzner. Number 10, Elena Wassel. Number 11, Taylor Briand. Number 14, Daniela Montenegro Sarmiento. And the libero, number 3, Autumn Loving. The Herons are coached by Tony Loving in his first year. And now the starting lineup for your Central Maine Mustangs. An outside hitter, a sophomore from Cherryfield, Maine, number 3, Autumn Peterson. A middle blocker and sophomore from Anniston, Alabama, number 5, Isabella Higgins. A defensive specialist and sophomore from Richland, Mississippi, number 7, Sierra Lynn Shepard. A setter and sophomore from Boise, Idaho, number 8, Kalia Stith. An outside hitter and freshman from New Gloucester, Maine, number 12, Arrow Hinckley. A middle blocker and sophomore from Hermiston, Oregon, number 21, Jackie Bardashek. And the libero, a freshman from Lewiston, Maine, number 98, Ella Gahagan. The Mustangs are coached by Hannah Webster in her first year, assisted by Tiara Bagishi. We now ask that you please rise, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Get set here in Auburn, the Dave Gagne Court in Kirk Hall.
But a 6:12 start, so about 12 minutes off schedule. Great Bay Community College will be to our right. Got Adam, our student intern, on the camera here tonight.
The same camera that brought you women's soccer action last night.
Yeah, we can actually, I've got a second camera hooked up. We can actually, maybe between sets there, take a look at it. Where the guys are sitting behind. We're training some of our student interns this week. I want to thank the college for providing that service. Great opportunity for the kids as well.
other conference action in baseball, Southern Maine Community College defeating York County Community College 9-6 in 9 innings down at Old Orchard Beach.
Officials making sure all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed before we get underway here. Be important for both teams to hydrate here, Patrick, because it is toasty here. Announcers too. Patrick brought me a nice drink I'm going to buy some of here.
Well, that would be courtesy of
Propel.
Athletic Director Dave Gagne.
Dave had these?
Yes.
Well,
I know exactly where they are. But I also know where to get them too. Available at most grocery stores.
yeah, I imagine.
And wholesale warehouses.
Yeah. I have to go take out a home equity loan before I go to the grocery store these days, Patrick. Holy cow.
That's why I don't.
We're getting set to go. Let's turn it over to the voice of volleyball, Patrick Dexler.
Daniela Montenegro Sarmiento will serve first as the Herons won the coin toss. Leah Stith sets up in front, and that will land as Isabella Higgins will finish the first point of the night, and it goes to the Mustangs. And Jaden Perez-Day checks in along with Natalie Roy as the Mustangs had a system going on Sunday.
They sure did.
These Roy and Perez-Day were the two to substitute in right away, and Perez-Day did great behind the line serving, and you see exactly right there. She sets it up perfectly. Stith to Hinckley, and that is rebounded, but that will land out of bounds, and the Mustangs have a 2-0 lead. But Jaden Perez-Day, just with that fine touch behind the line, had 6 service aces on Sunday.
Yeah, she was our Edge Nutrition Player of the Game for that.
The Herons push the return just over, and Roy will get it over, but contact with the net. Mustangs up a field goal early on. Serve makes it over, gathered up. The return. Now Stith to Roy. The slam goes long. And the Herons get their first point of the night. The libero Autumn Loving will serve. Herons down 2. Serve dug out by Gahagan, right back over, and the Herons cannot gather. The Mustangs will get the serve back, now up 3. As Isabella Higgins will go back behind the line. The serve gathered up. Hinckley to Stith. Bartachek with the slam. Herons keep it alive. They'll return it. Bartachek now to Roy. Setup. Blocked in front. The Herons will regather. Get it over and in front of Perez-Day, and it's 4-2 as the Herons will get the serve back.
Yeah, good battle, good point. One there by the Herons.
Isabella Sherman goes back behind the line. There's a serve gathered up by Higgins to Stith. Hinckley. The Herons return, and it will go out of bounds. And the Mustangs now up 5-2. Arrow Hinckley to serve. Herons try to return and makes it over the net and down in front of Arrow Hinckley, and it's 5-3. Taylor Briand to serve. Dug out by Higgins. And a slam by Bartachek. But contact with the net makes it 5-4.
Yeah, just a little bit on the net here. Looked like it was going to be a good kill here. Bartachek set up and just the contact you saw it there on the replay.
The serve goes long. Mustangs now up 6-4 as Natalie Roy will go back. And Autumn Peterson checks back in. And the serve. Gathered up, Mustangs will return stiff as that's dug out. And Sherman into the net. And the Mustangs up 7-4. And Roy with the serve. Loving gets it over. Now Roy, Hinckley, Bartachek. And Loving sends it over. Mustangs will gather. Peterson with the slam. Mustangs with their biggest lead now, 8-4.
Yeah, we'll take a look at Autumn right here. Tail end of this, she gets a good set right here. Autumn with good timing gets a downward plane for the kill.
Will return the serve, but it goes long. The Mustangs now up 5. And Roy can't get the serve over as the Herons will get the ball back down 4. Serve will go out of bounds, and Mustangs will work up 5 as Ella Gahagan goes back behind the line. And the serve. The return goes into the net.
Now Mustangs looking for a run here.
Up 6. And Gahagan gets it over. Sarmiento gets it over, but contact. Actually a double hit in front. 12-5. And Gahagan not able to get the serve over. Herons will get the serve back down 6. Isabella Rati back behind the line. As that just hits the top of the net. And I think that was planned and executed.
I doubt it was planned, but the execution worked out, that's for sure. That's almost impossible to return that. She could do that every time.
Serve just makes it over this time, and the touch by Hinckley. Now the Herons will set up. Sarmiento gets it over. Shepard. Hinckley sets up Peterson, and the slam goes long. Herons are cutting into the lead now, down 4.
Well, I think the Mustangs got what they wanted. They got Peterson, but just long, as you said, Patrick.
And the serve goes into the net.
Yeah, those unforced turnovers are something that will be the bane of any team.
Kalia Stith goes back behind the line. Serving up 5. Dug out by Sarmiento.
Pretty.
Setup. Goes over, a touch by Stith and out of bounds. And the Herons will get the serve back, now down 4.
Herons much improved, aren't they, Patrick? As you said, didn't win at all last year.
Starting off the season so far in a pretty close first set.
Tony Loving, the first-year coach.
The slam by Hinckley off of Loving. And the Mustangs now up 14-9. As Jaden Perez-Day and Natalie Roy check back in the rotation.
You know, looking at the roster, all freshmen except for Loving and Reddy.
And the serve off of a Heron, and the Mustangs now up half a dozen.
Rady, I think I mispronounced that. It's Rady. Isabella's a setter. So a very young team.
Perez-Day back behind the line, gets the serve in, a dugout by Loving. And the fine touch by the Herons in front. They'll serve down 5. As Autumn Loving back behind the line. Gahagan, Stith sets up Roy, just in the wrong spot. And the Herons are hanging in here in the first set.
Yeah, Loving, that was an effective serve.
Gahagan, Stith, the slam by Isabella Higgins. 16-11.
Yeah, that was a big slam, Patrick. Right, you're going to see it well set up and a definitive finish to this point right here. Up and at him. Boom. Nobody's returning that thing.
And Higgins will send a fastball over the line, and the touch by Hinckley in front puts the Mustangs up 6. That was a hey, look what I can do.
That was beautifully done. Great athleticism there.
A serve by Higgins into the net. The Herons with some work to do. They'll get the ball back as Sherman goes back behind the line.
Yeah, that's important service right here, this sequence.
Set up, Barticek with the touch. Herons will set up, they'll get it over. Stith, Hinckley. Roy gets it over. Loving. Brady. The touch by Brienne as the Mustangs regather. Herons send it back. As Stith, Barticek sent immediately back. And Hinckley able to get it over as Loving will return. Higgins with the touch. Sarmiento. Now Sherman on the right side as Barticek gathers. Now Stith back to Barticek into the net. And the Herons take advantage. Now down 4.
Good battle on that point. Stith made a beautiful dig about halfway through that. Keep the play alive for the Mustangs.
Serve dug out by Perez-Day. The touch by Roy. The Herons get it back over. Now Roy, Hinckley returns. And the touch lands. Taylor Brienne finding the open space.
Yeah, Brienne with a beautiful touch right into the dead zone. It's a good battle.
Serve dug out. Almost sent right back over. Goes under the net. It's a 2-point game. And the Mustangs call timeout.
Well, Sherman doing a good job. Remember when she came in, we said this is going to be a critical point here, Patrick, as you get a look at us here on camera. Rob Munsing here, the voice of the Mustangs volleyball. Patrick Dexler right here on the table, Raymond behind us. He'll have some great photos up as well. Glad you could join us here. Around the supper hour here in Central Maine. Of course, it could be different time where you folks are as people watch us all over the place.
From around the country and around the world, as Jim Toomey would say.
I know Jackie's mom was watching earlier on, and Jackie's out in Oregon, out on the West Coast. So we say hello to the Jackie's family. We'll have all the volleyball action here for you during the course of the season, all the home games, all the home contests we will have.
About 3:30 on the West Coast right now.
That's it. Back to our cover camera. I take my cap off. It was so warm in here. No problem getting loose.
And the serve dug out by Higgins, and the touch by Barticek makes it over. As the Herons will gather. Now Stith in front, and the Mustangs can't return. An illegal hit. It's a 1-point set. 17-16.
What was it when Sherman started serving? It was 17-12 maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hinkley from the right side, dug out by Loving. The setup in front. Mustangs trying to control. And too many hits. We are tied. What was 12-5 at one point. It's now 17 all.
Yeah, Herons have come on here. Sherman doing a good job with this serve.
Hinkley, Stith, Barticek with the slam. Just inside the line. And the Mustangs retake the lead and the serve.
Coach Lovering thought that was out just inside the line.
Harold Hinkley to serve. The Herons can't return it. 19-17. Herons will gather the serve. Sherman gets it over. Higgins, Hinkley in front. Stith off of Loving, and the Mustangs now up 3.
Yeah, Stith with a bomb return here. Gonna see it. She gets good set. She steps back, and they set her up well. She gets through it. Too hot to return.
Herons will gather the serve, and Loving sends it out of bounds. It's 21-17, and the Herons will call timeout.
Yeah, good timeout here. Gather themselves. They had the opportunity, and the Mustangs, when it was tied at 17, ripped off 4 points, put them up 21-17. Win the first of 5. Got to win 3. Nice crowd of students filtered in. You see them across the way. Our next Mustang action be coming up Friday. Doubleheader baseball. Is that a 4 o'clock start? It is 4 o'clock, doubleheader. Baseball off to a really good start.
And the visiting NHTI Lynx, they look poised this year, led by head coach Tim Duval. It's going to be an interesting doubleheader on Friday, I can say the least.
And then the Great Bay Community College game has been moved from an away game on Sunday to home game, same times. So those will start at 1 o'clock.
Serve will be returned. Hinckley to Roy in front. Now the Mustangs will regather. Stith able to send it over. Sarmiento. And the Herons send it long. The point goes to the Herons.
Yeah, another good play by Kalia. It was a little change-up, I guess. We could use some baseball terminology there, and Kalia was equal to the task, kept it alive, and eventually the Mustangs win the point. What are we doing?
The point went to the Herons as there was contact with the ball as it was going out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
So it's 21-18.
Okay, good pickup, Patrick. They'll fix that on the clock. We're tied right into the game clock here automatically with our system, so no chance of making a mistake unless they make a mistake at the scorer's table. Bomb. That's a bomb.
Serve off, and the Mustangs can't gather, and the Herons are finding their way back in. 2-point set.
Briand had a bomb of a serve. She duplicates that. Make it tough on the Mustangs.
That serve goes long. Mustangs now up 3, and their magic number is 3.
Autumn Peterson checking back in, number 3, you see?
Also Sierra Lynn Shepard, which she will go back behind the line. The serve will make it over. Loving digs it out. Herons get it over. Hinckley sets up Barticek. Sarmiento with the return. Hinckley, Peterson. Loving with the return. Hinckley sets up Stith. The touch lands.
Kalia with the touch right here. What a great read that was. See this point. That's a big point here. She surveys the scene and just drops it home. Beautifully done. We're back live.
Sarmiento with the return. Hinckley up center, and Peterson with the slam off of a Heron. And we have set point, 24-19.
An Autumn bomb right here. Autumn's able to get through it here. Lets it fly, and big point.
And the serve from Shepard off of a Heron, and the Mustangs able to close out the first set. They take it 25-19. As we will step aside, both teams will change sides, and we'll be back here on Munzing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm gonna be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm gonna be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm gonna be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
there is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
For years, you've worked hard, saved wisely, and dreamed of this moment. Retirement is one of life's biggest decisions. You don't have to navigate it alone. With Gosline Retirement Planning by your side, you can retire with confidence. We're a team of fiduciaries who specialize in the transition from work life to retirement life, and we're here to help. We at GRP are committed to building a plan that lets you live and give better than you thought possible.
Back here after the first set. Both teams still in their timeout in between sets. Patrick Dexler, Rob Munzing. I think the Mustangs will definitely look to keep the unforced errors down in the second set, as definitely it was going back and forth more in the middle part. And if they can just keep some of the plays going, and they definitely work as a unit, as you can see.
See Autumn Peterson, that was for point 24, and then they got the next point.
The more times they work as a unit and get those returns back, ultimately the more points they'll score and keep the Herons off the board.
Well, we had mentioned the fact that Great Bay, not a win last year, but you know, when you take a look at their roster, a complete turnover pretty much on their roster. So a rebuilding process, but they were very competitive in that game. They had a nice little run there with Isabella Sherman on the serve, ripped off about 5 straight. So they'll look to see if they can't snatch this second one here.
A new face hitting the floor for the first time for the Mustangs this fall, Alexis Thibotot, the first year from Brunswick, Maine. She wears number 17. As Kalia Stith back behind the line to start set number 2. And we are underway. And we will have an officials conference to determine who actually gets the point. There was contact with the net as the Herons couldn't return it, but at the same time, with the Mustangs making contact with the net, comes down to a judgment call here. Point goes Central Maine, it goes Great Bay's way.
I'm trying to update the games one, but it's not letting me do that, Patrick.
It's Taylor Brian will serve for the Herons. As their scoreboard incorrect right now with but we are now tied at 1.
And there it is, tied.
We are correct.
So we'll let you know that the CM's up 1-0. I can't seem to update that for some reason. Gonna try something else.
Jaden Perez Day moves back behind the line. The serve returned by Sherman off of Perez Day. And the Herons will go up 2-1. As Autumn Loving dug out by Gahagan. Herons set up Sarmiento, and they find the open space. Herons out to a 2-point lead. Served by Loving. Stith with the set. Roy with the slam. And that will land. 3-2. And the Herons will return the serve as Stith sets it up. Now Tivitot, and that will land. Mustangs up 4-2 as Higgins serves. And the touch goes into the net. And to at least the confusion here on the broadcast side, the Mustangs are up 3. Higgins with the serve that is dug out, and the touch in front. Mustangs will regather, and Roy gets it over. And the touch. Tivitot over the net with contact, and the Mustangs are finding ways to get points on the board here in the second.
Yeah, multitude of different ways. Going to see the finish right here. You know, that net just throws all the timing off and results in the point for the Mustangs.
Higgins with the serve. Herons able to return. Stith. Barticek with the touch in front. As that is returned. Barticek. Tivitot. Now Higgins digs that out in front as Barticek gets it over.
Yeah, great play by Jackie.
Sarmiento. Stith. The slam by Higgins, and that will land. Mustangs are looking to put it in cruise control here in the second.
Yeah,
they're
well,
up 5.
Higgins getting through this one. Play at the net, but not able to finish the point, and over to the Mustangs.
And that serve goes out of bounds. So Herons now down 7-3. Isabella Rady will go back behind the line. And the serve goes into the net. And Arrow Hinckley will go back behind the line.
Coaching up the camera operators a little bit. You may have heard me.
Arrow Hinckley to serve up 5. And that will land.
Okay, Great Bay's got to regroup here a little bit. There's been a few unforced turnovers.
Hinckley with the serve, Loving. Sherman in front, off the net. And it's 9-4.
That's a good point by the Herons.
They must be listening to Coach Munzing a little bit.
Coach Munzing knows N-O about volleyball. But I love it. My granddaughter's playing at Gardner High School, so going to be learning more about it as we go. And watching these matches certainly helps a lot. Carrie.
And a double hit by the Mustangs. Gives the point to the Herons, now 9-5.
My granddaughter came down the other day on Sunday, watch that. She was so excited to see it, and she was explaining all the different, what the hand signals were and telling me what's going on. It was fantastic. I got a lot of knowledge.
Hinckley in front. Barticek with the touch, and it lands as the ball was coming our way.
Well, Jackie can do it all. She can bomb them, but she's also got finesse and touch here, as you're going to see. Play comes at the net. They set her up here, and she surveys the scene and says, I see a little area right there. It's not always touch. It can be finesse. Stay with us post-game. We'll have the Edge Nutrition Player of the game. Jaden got it last game. We had her on for an interview. She did great.
Sarah Lynn Shepard with the serve. Herons will return as Isabella Sherman finds a way off of Shepard.
Yes, Sherman's the one that ripped off 5 points on her service. She's been impressive here for the Herons.
10-6. I also have the live stats up in front of me. The live stats telling a different tale right now, but we will go off of what we see here.
Well, everybody's working into things start of the year.
Peterson able to return. And the Herons find a way. Barticek and Hinckley crossed up. Now Barticek in center, along with Hinckley, and Ashley Lyle able to return it as she checks in for the first time, and the return goes into the net. The Mustangs now up 5.
Yeah, Isabella Higgins with a nice play to save that point off the miscommunication. Isabella was able to keep it alive, and eventually Mustangs win the point.
Eliga Hagan to serve. Sarmiento. Loving gets it over. Gahagan. Hinckley in front. Higgins. And Higgins finishes.
A Higgins hit. Isabella with the finish. Back live.
Gahagan, as that's immediately returned. The Herons able to get it over. Hinckley, Peterson left side and out of bounds.
Yeah, just a little bit too long. A lot of power behind it with Autumn. So hard we couldn't even follow it quickly enough.
Peterson, a 3-sport athlete.
Yeah, very unusual at this level to have a 3-sport athlete, Patrick.
Gahagan, Hinckley, Lyle gets it over, immediately returned. Hinckley now Loving. Sherman from the right side, and Peterson not able to block it.
Yeah, Sherman continues to excel for the Herons. They make a little mini run here.
Shepard, Hinckley, now Peterson gets it over. And Loving with the return. Shepard and a miscommunication in front. And it's a 3-point set, 12-9. Sherman with the serve. And Lyle from the right side. Now the Herons set up. Peterson, Hinckley, back to Peterson with the touch. And the Mustangs find a way. They're now up 4.
Yeah, Peterson, I think she crossed up the Herons when she went to the left hand there on that one, Patrick.
As Alexis Tibitot checks back in, and Kalia Stith will check in to serve. 13-9 here in the second. Mustangs up 1-0. Loving gets it over. Shepard, Stith keeps it alive. Higgins gets it over. Now the Herons will return. Peterson. Now the set. Herons get it over. Stith. Peterson in front, and it goes into the net. 13-10. Briand goes back behind the line. There's that dugout by Gahagan, and the Mustangs not able to gather, and it's a 2-point set. And Briand right into the net.
Step right there for the Herons.
As Perez Day will check back in, and Natalie Roy. As Jaden Perez Day will go back behind the line to serve. Up 3. Stiff. Higgins with the slam, and Isabella Higgins gives the Mustangs a 4-point lead.
Yeah, big finish, Isabella. See the set coming. And Isabella, a little give and go, and that's unreturnable right there.
And the serve, Sherman gathers. Now Loving with the touch over. Gahagan with a dig, as that went right back over. Now the slam by Roy, blocked and out of bounds, but the Mustangs get the point, as that was last touched by a Heron. 16-11. As that serve goes into the net. And Autumn Loving will go back behind the line. Serve. Mustangs look to return. Natalie Roy finds some open space. And it's 17-12. As Isabella Higgins goes back behind the line. And that goes into the net. And back and forth we go here in the second. It's 17-13. As Rady will go back behind the line. Higgins pushes the return, and Mustangs cannot gather. Rinse and repeat compared to the first set. The Herons just staying in.
They've been hanging around. They're going to get another point here.
Herons down 2, and that serve goes under the net. And the Mustangs will take advantage of the unforced error.
Yeah, Gahagan back in. Some other changes.
Arrow Hinckley checks in along with Ashley Lyle.
Occasionally, our camera has a mind of its own. Put a request in. We had that problem last night with soccer with it going to lights, so we're going to get that fixed.
Arrow Hinckley with the serve. As Roy with the touch. Herons will try to return, and that makes contact with the metal pole on top of the net, and the Mustangs now up 4.
Yeah, the antenna's out of play. That's what my granddaughter told me the other day. She called it the antenna. Makes sense.
Serve will not be returned. 20-15.
Well, pivotal time right here. Herons are going to take the timeout. We'll stay right here with it. We're going to show you our guys working behind the scenes. This is where we do the camera work for our student interns, Adam, Mishi. working into the new setup we have here. We have a camera right to their left that's bringing you all the action here. Part of the great cooperative effort we have here with student interns from the college. So fantastic. Giving the guys a little due. We thank them for their great effort. As we come back here live during the timeout. Mustangs up 1-0. Softball action. If we get a second, maybe we might be able to check in on that. They're doing a game up in Augusta. UMA streaming that.
A scoring update. The UMA Moose leading your Mustangs 5-1.
There you go. That game being streamed WHOU.live. We tuned in early. No play-by-play. They're shooting through a fence. We'll never subject you to that.
Herons will return the serve, but that goes out of bounds. And the Mustangs capitalizing here late in the second. Arrow Hinckley sends the serve over, and it's off of a Heron.
Yeah, almost suspended belief here as everybody got quiet because nobody was really sure what it was, and took the officials a little bit of time, and they were on it.
A quick note, Sam Withy, a former Mustang with a 2 RBI double.
Oh, she playing there now?
Yes. Roy with the touch, blocked by the Herons. Gahagan, Hinckley gets it over. Sarmiento. And the Herons send it long. The magic number for the Mustangs down to 2.
Well, Herons had got this to, what, 17-15 at one point, Patrick, and Mustangs reasserting themselves.
Herons able to return it. Lyle. Higgins, now Roy sends it over. Loving able to dig that out. Sherman, Gahagan with a dig, and Roy with the touch. Herons regather. Sarmiento out of bounds and set point.
Gahagan saved that point, didn't she? What a play that was. Came flying in, kept it alive, and Mustangs eventually won the point, but what a play by Gahagan.
Hinckley looking to finish it off here in the second. Sherman, Herons get it over. Lyle is able to return it. Back and forth. Hinckley, Barticek in front. Herons able to return it. Now Hinckley sets up Lyle. And the touch makes it over off of a Heron and out of bounds. The Mustangs take the second set, 25-15.
Well, it looked like Barticek was going to get the big kill there, but it came down to finesse here. You see the final on it. Nice effort there, but not able to keep it in play was Isabella Sherman, and Mustangs go up 2. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More volleyball coming up after this.
Our goal in public service is to improve the quality of life in communities. This is the Public Service and Social Sciences Department. We originally started with criminal justice, and then we added more programming.
I'm in the forensic science program.
I want to become a state fire investigator.
State trooper.
I want to be a game warden.
Forensic psychologist. Behavioral health professional.
CM offers a lot more hands-on learning than most places.
The only way to give them that experience is to do that through immersive scenario training.
You actually dust the fingerprints.
Learning how to go through, take pictures, what to look for.
We are the only college in the state of Maine that offers a third-year advanced certificate in police operations.
It is a great way of excelling your career and jump-starting you onto that path.
Public Service Simulation Center allows us to fully implement an immersive training environment.
Can I see your other hand?
You just don't want to get boxed in.
We teach de-escalation and empathetic communication to better address community needs.
The instructors are awesome.
They really care about our education.
We have people that teach who have been members or are actively members of these industries. is a one-of-a-kind program.
It's prepared me to have a step up in my professional career.
Here at the school, they're really invested in our education.
It's a nice environment.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
It provides a great opportunity, just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. This kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good, like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like the USCAA.
Back here in cozy Kirk Hall, the Dave Gagne court. Mustangs up 2-0 as you see Patrick Dexler, Rob Munzing. Mustangs definitely figured out what they needed to do in the late stages of the second set.
Yeah, that was 17-15. Mustangs got the serve and then put it away.
So we'll get ready for set number 3. The Herons will serve. Taylor Briand back behind the line. And we are underway. And the first point goes to the Mustangs. The serve goes long. It's Autumn Peterson. We'll go back behind the line.
Trying to update the games to 2.
And that serve goes long as we go back and forth here to start the third.
There we go.
Jaden Perez-Day and Natalie Roy check back in as Autumn Loving will serve. And that can't be dug out by Gahagan. And the Herons take a lead.
Yeah, that's a nice serve by Loving.
Mustangs will gather the serve and send it back. Sarmiento sends it long, and we are tied at 2.
I want to thank the IT department here at the school. They came in and got everything all spiffied up. Made sure that we had good internet access going out. We got a beautiful stream going here. I want to thank the IT department. They're right on top of things here. Fantastic.
Gahagan with the serve, and that was set up perfectly. Landed just in the center. Mustangs up 3-2. Gahagan, Loving able to dig it out. Sarmiento, good dig by Stith, but nobody able to get to it, and we are tied again. As Isabella Rady will serve. Curveball Immediately returned. The Herons will set up. Sherman from the right side. Now Stith. Roy gets it over. Dug out by Loving. Sherman able to return it. Stith in front. Bartachek battles with the Herons in front. And the point's going to go Great Bay's way as Bartachek makes contact with the net. 4-3 Herons. As the serve goes long. The Mustangs will get the ball back and they'll make changes here. Arrow Hinckley, Ashley Lyle check in. Hinckley will go back behind the line. Serve will be returned by Sherman. Bartachek right in front. And Gahagan not able to dig it out. And the Herons go up 5-4.
Well, one of the few lead the Herons have had tonight. They've been competing, that's for sure.
Sarmiento able to send the serve over. Gahagan, Bartachek. Herons will set up the touch. Gathered up. Lyle able to get it over. Immediately returned. Lyle, Bartachek. Herons look together in the backcourt. They get it over. Perez Day. Hinckley, the touch by Roy.
What a battle.
And that lands off of Hinckley. And the Herons up 2.
Good battle there on that one. Herons earned that point.
6-4 here in the third. A bit of miscommunication as the Mustangs try to return the serve, and the Herons have their first 3-point lead of the night.
We certainly want to give the Herons credit here, down 2-0, heading into the third deciding set potentially. And
Stiff digs that out. Bartachek able to send it over. Herons set up. Sherman from the right side off of Perez Day. And the Herons are trying to run away here early in the third.
yeah, Sherman's been good all night. We've mentioned her a few times. Outside hitter. One of the freshmen for head coach Tony Loving.
Sarmiento with the serve, and that goes into the net. And the Mustangs get the ball back down 3. As Autumn Peterson checks in along with Ashley Lyle. Natalie Roy back behind the line. Herons will gather. The return by Loving into the net. And the Mustangs are finding their way back in. 8-6. Roy with the serve. And the return goes long, and we have a 1-point set.
Yeah, we apologize. The camera at some point has a mind of its own here. I've actually contacted the company and showed them a clip last night of the camera doing that on its own. So we're trying to work on that with the company.
Hinckley gathers. Peterson, a terrific save by Roy. As the Mustangs looking to tie it up. Barticek returns it. Now Loving. Roy goes back. Peterson with the slam, but it is long. 9-7 Great Bay. Sierra Lynn Shepherd checks in.
Let's show you across the way the pajamas you see. I think it's the women's basketball team across the way. Must be pajama night.
Serve just makes it over. Barticek with the slam goes long. 10-7 Great Bay.
Now that I'm retired, Patrick, I have daytime pajamas and I have nighttime pajamas.
Okay.
That's what happens when you get retired. You
Okay.
jammies all day.
Hagen. Now Lyle, a quick return by Sherman. And a miscommunication in front. And the Herons up by 4. And the Mustangs will call timeout.
Yeah, good timeout here, I think, as the Mustangs looking to regroup. We'll show you across the way again. See some of the fans there across the way. See if we can get a wave out of them coming back to us. Before we know it, it'll be basketball season here, Patrick. Looking forward to that, as we always do. Don't want to rush the fall, but they all kind of, we have about a 3 or 4 week period where they're kind of overlap, particularly if soccer goes on. Hockey starts up in late September, I think, is the first game.
Hockey will go on the road to start. Their first home game will be against the University of Maine on Sunday, October 5th, the same day that we have a baseball doubleheader here against Thomas.
And we'll have to figure out how we're going to manage all that. We'll be using probably Chris involved with that, one of our other producers.
Our basketball opener here on Munzing Media will not be till Sunday, October 19th, as women's basketball will take on Champlain St. Lawrence out of Quebec. The first time they have faced the Lions since 2019.
Yeah, before COVID, we used to do the Can-Am. And I think that's what you're referring to there.
As the Lions from Quebec will make the 2-day trek. Will make a trek for 2 days down here. They'll play Southern Maine one day and Central Maine the next, as the Mustangs get a point out of the timeout.
Yeah, nice touch to the back line. It's a big point coming out of the timeout.
Jackie Barticek goes back behind the line. Serving down 3. Sherman. Sarmiento. Hinckley. The slam by Isabella Higgins.
Clear the track. What a powerful serve here. Well, great timeout by Coach Webster. Took the timeout. Mustangs have reeled off the next 2. That's a great finish right there.
Barticek immediately returned by Sarmiento into the net. And 3 straight.
Yeah, Herons need to stem the tide here a little bit. Not let it get away from them.
Serve into the net. And just what Dr. Munzing ordered, the Herons will get the serve back now up 2.
Tomorrow off, then baseball action, 4 o'clock doubleheader.
Sherman with the serve that goes long. And we're back to a 1-point deciding set.
Talked to Coach Palmer last night at the soccer game, very happy with that effort against YCCC. First game went 11 innings. Won the second game as well.
And that was definitely a collective effort, to say the least.
Getting a feel for what he has. Says he's probably not going to be as powerful. They might have to scrape for some runs.
A very young squad as well, as they're finding out how competitive the YSCC is going to be.
Yes, it certainly is. It makes for good baseball, makes for good broadcast for us.
Kalia Stith back behind the line, serving tied at 12. And that is off of Loving, and the Mustangs take the lead.
Yeah, what a beautiful serve. Kalia right here. Gets up on it. Watch it right here. Establishes a downward plane and just can't be dug out.
And that serve makes it into the net. And we are 13 all.
Well, 12 points to be won by one of these squads here. Herons need it to keep it going. Mustangs can wrap it up if they can rip off 12.
As that serve goes long. 14-13.
No, back-to-back unforced errors on serves. Autumn Peterson will take her serve.
That is off of Sherman and almost into the crowd. The Mustangs up by 2 as Natalie Roy will check in.
Well, we saw a lot of Natalie last year out of Bedford.
Peterson with the serve. Sherman, Loving, and Rady gets it over. As Stith, the slam by Higgins blocked. As the Herons send it back, but out of bounds. And with the Mustangs going up 3, Herons say timeout.
Stay with us post game. We'll have the Edge Nutrition play of the game. Boy, you could go a lot of different directions in this one if the Mustangs able to pull out a sweep here. A lot of kids have contributed well here tonight. And we'll try to grab them. Get them on for post game if we can too. Patrick Dexter will be able to talk to the Edge Nutrition player of the game. We're trying to get Coach Hannah Webster on, but we didn't read the signals quite right. We'll try to get Coach Webster on here for an interview at some point.
The next Mustang home match will be September 30th.
So I think what we'll have to do is, Patrick and I have talked, we'll pre-record an interview. Coaches just got too much going on, and it's not like some of the other sports where there's a little downtime pre-game. She's very active, as all volleyball coaches are in the pre-game, so try to get one recorded. And
that September 30th match is against the arch rival Southern Maine Community College. The Seawolves will make the trek up to Auburn.
Yeah, and the Seawolves are one of the usually top ladder teams.
National tournament appearance last year as that serve dug out by Sherman. The Mustangs cannot return, and it's 16-14. Loving with the serve, dug out by Gahagan, and the touch by Isabella Higgins. Finds some open space.
Yeah, you said touch, and that's exactly what we're going to see with this one. I'm sorry, that's going to be the previous replay. I guess I didn't get this on replay like I had thought. I apologize for that, folks.
Now look at Hagan back behind the line. So that's sent over Sherman. Herons return. Gahagan, Tivitot. And the point's going to go to the Herons on a double hit. 17-15. Isabella Rady back behind the line. Stith with the set. Roy, as that is gathered up. Sherman from the right side. Perez Day in the backcourt. Stith gets it over. Now Sherman again from the right side, but into the net. Mustangs up 3. Arrow Hinckley will check back in, along with Ashley Lyle. Hinckley to serve, up 3. Loving the setup in front. Sherman off of Barticek, and the Herons execute and make it a 2-point set.
Yeah, pivotal point there, I think, and Sherman, as we've said, she's been excellent.
Sarmiento with the serve. Barticek, Hinckley sets up Lyle with the touch. Now Loving, Sherman off the right side. Hinckley, Roy with the slam, and that goes long. It's a 1-point set. It's a serve. Can't be gathered up, and we are tied. Barticek. Now Hinckley, Roy into the net. And the Herons take the lead late here in the third as they look to extend the match. Mustangs will get it back over. Regather. And can't get it returned. Herons up 20-18. Magic number for Great Bay, 5. Lyle able to return the serve. Herons gathered up and off of Perez Day in the back. 21-18. Autumn Peterson will check in. Sarmiento sends the serve over as Hinckley with the return. Loving, now Rady gets it over. Hinckley sets up Roy on the left side. Herons gather it up just over the top of the net. Now Roy with the slam. Loving keeps that alive. Now the Mustangs set up. Lyle with the touch. Sent right back over. Now Hinckley, Barticek in the middle, and that goes long. The Herons up by 4.
Well, good run here by the Herons.
And the Mustangs call timeout. And we will step aside. We'll be back for the remainder of the third after this.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2022 to 2025. Set your goals and find your path at CMCC. Let's build a future together.
Is your annuity keeping up with your goals? The financial landscape is constantly evolving, and new annuity options are designed to offer more benefits, better flexibility, and improved growth potential. Upgrading your annuity can help you take advantage of these opportunities and make your money work harder for you. Whether you're looking for higher income, newer, better terms, or added features, now is the time to explore what's possible. Call today to discover how we can help you unlock the full potential.
Back here at Kirk Hall, the Great Bay Community College Herons looking to extend tonight's match. They're down 2-0 in sets, but up 22-18 here in the third. As the Mustangs not able to return the serve, and the magic number is down to 2 for Great Bay.
Oh, that's a nice little rally by the Herons. They've stuck around in this, particularly in this third.
Barticek gathers the serve. Roy from the right side, immediately returned, and off of Peterson and under the net, and it's set point. Daniela Sarmiento has been back behind the line. Gahagan, Hinckley, Barticek in front. Herons keep it alive. Sherman sends it out of bounds. Could this be what the Mustangs need? They get the serve back. They're down 5. They have to rally off 6 straight. Natalie Roy back behind the line. And they can't return it. The lead down to 4.
That's powerful serve by Natalie.
And Roy with the serve. Loving, Brady, back to Loving. Roy, Hinckley, Peterson with the touch. And the Herons send it back out of bounds. 24-21. If we wind up tied at 24, the winning team will win by 2. We'll have to win by 2, I should say. Sarmiento out of bounds. The Mustangs finding a way.
Yeah, Natalie's doing a good job on this serve.
Herons gather in front. Sherman from the right side. Gahagan, Roy in the back. Lyle gets it over. Loving, Brady, Sherman from the right side. Hinckley, Barticek, and that lands just in front of the net. 24-23. Mustang magic. Right before your eyes as the Herons call timeout.
Take inside the huddle here a little bit. A little excitement here to end this one. This one looked like the Herons are going to force continuation. Mustangs have rallied up to within 1, as Patrick told you. If they get to 24, they'll have to win by 2. So this has been all Natalie Rory coming through with some big serves. She's been mistake-free. So we shall see what we shall see. Excitement here in the third.
The serve gathered up. Herons looking to return it. They will. Roy in the back. Hinckley, Barticek with the touch. Grady sends it over, and the Herons take the set 25-23. And we will go to a fourth set here in Cozy Kirk Hall. We will step aside as both teams will gather. We'll be back here on Munzing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2022 to 2025. Set your goals and find your path at CMCC. Let's build a future together.
The environment is just awesome.
Great campus, small, close-knit community.
Everyone's really welcoming.
Everything feels very personal.
You feel like you belong here.
For years, you've worked hard, saved wisely, and dreamed of this moment. Retirement is one of life's biggest decisions. You don't have to navigate it alone. With Gosline Retirement Planning by your side, you can retire with confidence. We're a team of fiduciaries who specialize in the transition from work life to retirement life, and we're here to help. We at GRP are committed to building a plan that lets you live and give better than you thought possible.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
Back here at the Dave Gagne Court. Mustangs up 2-1 in sets as we will head to a fourth set. Patrick Dexler, Rob Munzing. A quick update for Mustang sports. Mustangs softball going down in defeat, I should say, to the University of Maine Augusta Moose. 7-1 in game one of their doubleheader. Game two will be starting momentarily up at the Capital Area Sports Complex. Coverage of that can be found on WHOU Live. Lineups are being determined on the floor as we speak. Mustangs with the serve. As Kalia Stith back behind the line. We are underway in set 4, and that's off of Sherman. Loving, and they gather it up. Now Stith in front. Higgins finds a way. And the Mustangs take a 1-0 lead. Serve gathered up. And Taylor Briand from the left side ties it up. And the Herons will get the serve. Isabella Higgins tries to return, and the Herons take a 2-1 lead. And Brian sends it over. Peterson, Stith, Hinckley. They get it over. Herons set up. Sherman. Now Stith in front. Higgins with the slam. Gathered up and out of bounds. Mustangs tie it.
We have to think the Herons are going to feel pretty good about their comeback so far in this game. This will probably be a pretty competitive fourth here.
Jaden Perez-Day checks in to serve back behind the line. As Loving will gather. Sarmiento in front. Stith. Hinckley from the right side. And the Herons can't gather. Mustangs take a 3-2 lead. Herons gather up the serve. Dug out by Perez-Day as they keep it alive. Sarmiento from the left side, dug out by Higgins. Stith in front to Higgins, off of Sherman and out of bounds.
Yeah, Kalia with another tremendous play to keep that one alive as she had to go down for the dig, kept it alive, and eventually the Mustangs able to win the point. She's done that 5 or 6 times tonight, Patrick. She's had an outstanding match so far. Making a play towards Edge Nutrition Player of the Game.
Herons return the serve, but a double hit puts the Mustangs up 2, 5-3.
Yeah, okay, now they get it, yeah.
Excuse me, puts them up 3, 5-2.
5-2, yeah, they made a mistake on the point.
And the return of the serve goes into the net, and the Mustangs, their biggest lead of the set, up 4.
Good start here. Jaden getting the job done on serve. Deep one.
And that is off of Loving. Sherman able to gather it. Perez-Day sends it right back. Now Gahagan, Hinckley gets it over. Sarmiento from the left side. Perez-Day. And the slam by Roy goes long. 6-3. Herons will serve down 3. Autumn Loving back behind the line. Sends that changeup just over. Hinckley from the right side returns. Now Loving sends that long.
Just long.
As Isabella Higgins goes back behind the line. Mustangs up 4. And that serve out of bounds. Isabella Rady goes back behind the line.
Yeah, Higgins, little adrenaline flowing there. Got a little too much of that one.
Perez-Day, Stith. Roy from the left side and out of bounds. 7-5. And the serve gathered up by Gahagan. Stith. Hinckley on the right side. Loving. Rady. Sarmiento gets it over. Higgins. Stith in front. Bartachek with the touch.
Yeah, Jackie found the hole. Puts it home. Big point.
Mustangs up 8-5.
Watch it on the replay right here. Good set. Kalia puts it in a perfect position. Jackie knocked it home.
And the Point's going to go to the Mustangs. A heads-up play by Barticek.
Well,
in front.
Sometimes it's thunder, sometimes it's touch.
Are both of those with a capital T?
Capital T.
Arrow Hinckley with the serve. Dug out by Loving, an immediate send over. Roy with the touch, and that one lands.
Natalie with the TO. Touch. Yeah, Natalie's been having a little bit of difficulty as the adrenaline got going there, and she's going long a couple of times, shaking her head, and we're back in the serve error.
Off of Arrow Hinckley into the net, 10-6. Aaron serve down 4. Daniela Sarmiento.
Live stats will be available afterwards. Well, it's available now, but you'll be able to see the total results.
Jackie Barticek finds an open spot in the backcourt. And it's 11-6. Autumn Peterson checks in. Natalie Roy back behind the line. And that serve into the net. It's 11-7 as Sierra Lynn Shepard checks in. And the serve into the net, and back and forth we go. Mustangs up 12-7. Ella Gahagan back to serve. That will be dug out. The Herons get it over. Hinckley, Stith from the right side. Loving digs that out. Sherman from the left side. Shepard gathered it in the backcourt, and the Mustangs couldn't do anything with it. 12-8. Isabella Sherman back behind the line. That serve goes long.
Well, good read. I'm not sure who was back there. I'm blocked out by the coaching staff there, but good read back there.
Leah Stith serving up 5. Bit of a change up, gathered up, and into the net. 14-8.
Well, Leah's got a chance to rack up some here. She's an excellent server. Gets quiet.
And the serve hits the top of the net. That change-up serve from Stith.
We'll stay right here. We'll take a look at this serve. Just when I said about Kalia and her serve, look at it right off that top and drops it in home.
15-8. Herons say timeout.
See the Mustangs in the huddle.
Mustangs will hit the road for a couple of weeks before we have them back here.
And Coach Hannah Webster in the huddle with her volleyballers. Back to center shot here.
They will head to NHTI next weekend for a YSCC quintuple meet.
Well, I'm glad that's on the road. Boy, we'd be out of words after a, what did you say? A
quintuple.
Quintuple. Well, that's a lot of volleyball. That's all I know. All duels here, I think.
Stith with a fastball into the backcourt, and the Herons return it long, 16-8.
Well, we said this was pivotal at this stage, and Kalia has taken the reins here with points off her serve.
One of the team captains, and it gives Stith another ace.
Yeah, ace is the place. Seeing it right here on the serve. Gets up, establishes that downward plane. And that, I think, just nicked the top of the net as well. We're coming back live.
Stith off of Loving. Mustangs up by 10.
And the Mustangs with a spinorama celebration.
Well, they're definitely scoring. Magic number down to 7.
Bomb.
Herons able to gather it up. Hinckley, Stith. Peterson from the left side, off of Loving, and nobody there. 19-8. As Alexis Tibitot checks in.
Can Kalia keep it rolling?
Loving. The touch, gathered up, and that gets over, and off of Shepard and out of bounds. Herons get the point. They'll serve down 10.
Yeah, they've got some work to do. That was a good run there by the Mustangs. Kalia with some great serves. I think Kalia's making a move for our Edge Nutrition Player of the Game, Patrick.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Rob. As the serve doesn't make it over. Mustangs need 5 more. Ashley Lyle checks in. She'll go back to serve, the first year from Center Barnstead, New Hampshire. Serves up 11. Sherman digs that out. Immediately over to the Mustangs. Tibitot from the right side, but out of bounds. And it's 20-10. Autumn Loving back behind the line. Gahagan, Stith in front, and Higgins sends it long. And the Herons are going on a run here.
Well, we saw them come back in the third. Force this fourth.
Higgins, Stith, back to Higgins, and the slam into the net. Herons down 8. Gahagan played off the net.
Great read by Kalia.
And Sherman into the net. The Mustangs. Magic number down to 4. As Isabella Higgins goes back behind the line. Herons will gather. Touch in front, Stith. Higgins. Tibitot gets it over. Herons will regather. Sarmiento. Now Lyle. Stith. Bartachek. And Loving gets it over. Higgins. Stith. Tibitot from the right side. The Herons gather it up. Sarmiento. Now Higgins, Stith, Shepard from the left. touch into the net. 22-12.
A good challenge both ways on that play.
Herons send that over, but long. 23-12. And that serve right into the net. And the Herons get the ball back down 10. Serve Stith. Shepard puts it into the net, 23-14. A term last night puts it into the net. It's a little different tonight. As Rady sends the serve long, and it is match point. As Alexis Thibotot goes back behind the line. Serve gathered up. Loving gets it over. Stith in front. Bartachek. And the Herons. Now Thibotot. Stith tries to keep it alive. But the Mustangs cannot gather. 24-15. As Daniela Sarmiento goes back behind the line to serve, down 9. Match point. As that goes into the net. And the Mustangs win. 25-15 and 3-1.
So why don't we take a quick break? We'll come back. We'll have our Edge Nutrition play of the game when we come back after this.
USC provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
It provides a great opportunity, just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. It kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good, like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like USC.
Back here at the Dave Gagne Court, and we're with our Edge Nutrition player of the game. That is Kalia Stith, the setter and libero from Boise, Idaho. Kalia, congratulations. You're up to 2-0 on the season. Now tonight, 14 assists, 5 service aces, a 500 hit percentage. Talk about what you guys went through tonight.
Oh, a lot of us are in playing new positions, and everybody's getting the hang of it. We're in second game, 2-0 for the season so far. I think everybody's doing great. We're just going to keep at it.
Now, you talk about everybody's in a new spot. Last year, you were primarily the libero. This year, you're in a little bit of a different role. Talk a little bit about how that changes your mindset going into every match.
Coming from libero to setter has definitely been a big one. Not used to being up in the front row for a while, but I'm starting to get the hang of it. Some other girls are here playing like DSs and right sides and have been like outsides for a while, but everybody's adjusting pretty well. We're being trained pretty well. We love our coach. She's doing great. The whole team is getting along pretty well, and we're all learning how to figure it out together.
Yeah, you talk about having a first-year coach on the bench, and now you guys have had your first 2 matches at home. Now you hit the road. How's the chemistry feel as you guys are going to have probably 4 matches in 2 days coming up NHTI next weekend?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be pretty big. We're all super excited to get on the bus. We have some karaoke songs. We're excited to spend the night together at UMFK this weekend. So
yeah, that's another 6-hour trip here from Auburn. And so just going in, how do you compare this year to last year so far?
So far, I feel like everybody's meshing really well, especially since we're mostly second years and then some first years instead of being a whole first-year team and going through a season where everybody was playing a different position because we didn't have very many spots to fill. So all of us are doing really well with a full team, new coaches, and we're all meshing pretty well.
Well, we'll let you go celebrate tonight, Kalia, and hopefully get ready for your next match in Fort Kent. But thank you for joining us, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, that is Kalia Stith as the Mustangs with a 3-1 victory over the Great Bay Community College Herons tonight here at Kirk Hall. Mustangs start the year 2-0. A little bit of home cooking. As we'll wrap it up here for executive producer Mr. Rob Munzing, I'm Patrick Dexler saying so long from the Dave Gagne Court. Again, Mustangs win 3-1.